Let's come back home to Nigeria, where the real estate sector of the economy has added their voice to the calls on the government to provide the necessary infrastructure that will enable the ease of housing development for the country. The focus on infrastructure, development finance, land reforms, the use of local raw materials and more were part of the discussions held earlier today at the Wema Board Real Estate Outlook for 2025. Let's get excerpts from some of the presentations at the event.
We are committed to the development of the real estate industry, and this commitment is inherited from the predecessors of both Odua Investment Company Limited and Wema Board Limited. The work done by our founding fathers, may God bless their souls, the likes of Fashola and Chief Akintola, they did a fantastic job, and that is the legacy. I think they deserve a round of applause wherever they are now. As a result of that, the investment we are custodians of include industrial zones, which you see around Ikeja, Ibadan, everywhere. We have the warehouses, high-rise buildings, central businesses, districts in Lagos, and I'm happy to tell you that before the end of the year, Premier Hotel is going to be, we are going to commission the new Premier Hotel, increasing the rooms from 87 to 154 rooms. And when you drive to Ibadan, you can see what is happening there. The building they are now doing the finishing of that place. And we are going to do the same thing at Airport Hotel. I was telling the former minister, Dr. Fashola, that we are working on it, and he was very impressed that over 50,000 square meters, we are doing something. We are trying to bring back the legacy of these old people, because when they consummate these things, they plan so many, they have so many things. It was like a one-stop shop. But due to some things in the past, we are now correcting the wrongs, and we are making Odua proud. And by God's grace, we will succeed during this time. As part of our strategy to drive growth in the real estate industry, we consolidated the management of all our real estate assets and businesses within Wema Board, which I just mentioned. The consolidated approach has yielded significant results, as both Wema Board and the group are doing very things, and our vision is there to see. We therefore are very familiar with some of the challenges which we know that the real estate development and management are facing. Some of the challenges which is resolved can significantly help our business and those other real estate industries in that area. And Nigeria's situation is the mind will be that Nigeria, where many individual players, groups deliver thousands of homes, commercial property assets annually. This will require a lot of work by governments and their agencies. And I'm happy that Dr. Fashola is here to discuss all these things and the good faculty we are having here to talk about that. We believe that government has a finger role to play in providing an enabling environment for business to thrive. And like I always tell people, government has no business in doing business, but government should provide that enabling environment for business to thrive. And I'm happy people are seeing that to bring in businesses into the country. As an entity owned by government, we will continue to advocate for more development of the enabling environment for the real estate industry, especially in a way that works. Nigerians at all levels of economic ladder. As we discussed today, I believe we will identify some of the actionable ideas that can help us improve access to real estate and catalyze the real estate industry to its rightful place as an engine of growth for the economic development of Nigeria.
These are the real, unmeasured, not fully reported, if measured, consequences. Those people who are kicking away, cutting away, shaving away, hauling on those construction sites are those people we are talking about their employment, are those people we are talking about cost of living, are those who are impacted. So this kind of investment is a no-brainer. It impacts them in really outstanding ways. Of course, I don't know how many people here have been to inquiry. Is there anybody here who's been to inquiry? You know what's going on in inquiries? The untold story of Nigeria's prosperity. Those who own inquiries don't tell anybody. But go there, blasting, grinding, crushing, and haulage. And without quarries, there is no real estate. And when you see trucks going, go and ask the National Union Road Transport Employers Association. When quarry is doing good, they own all the trucks that haul. So that's how you begin to measure when trucks are moving. Who is moving trucks? Drivers. And what are trucks moving on? Oil and gas and lubricants. And Otuba State has some of the largest quarries in Nigeria, and they haven't declared how much they are making from there. So, but hey, what else is there to say? Except to speak very quickly to a subject that is very close to my heart, and I'm done. Because it would be remiss of me not to say something about it. But perhaps importantly, to draw everybody's attention here, especially the estate surveyors, the realtors, and the landlords, to this subject in the way that it impacts inflation management and cost of living challenges. And I speak of no other problem than asking people to pay 2 or 3 years rent in advance from salaries that they get monthly in arrears. So every time they bring that money, well, bring 3 years rent in advance, we just raise the price of our collective cost of living, because the cost is passed on. And I am sure that we will see a remarkable inflationary freeze, if not a reversal, the day that rent payment converges with salary receipts. If I can pay monthly when I get my salary, we will see a movement in the economic index of this country. I hope that it happens in my lifetime, but it is something I've continued to agitate about. We did a little about it, reduced it from 3 years, I think, to a year in Lagos. But really, it's about demand and supply. How do we assuage the concerns of the landlord? What are his fears? What is he afraid of? That he wants everything in advance. Can we mitigate it somewhat? But I'm developing other thoughts of that which time will not allow me. But that problem has a twin. It doesn't come alone. That is the rental side. But the purchase side is also problematic. When you tell somebody to go and bring 30 million or 40 million to buy a flat and you want everything in one day, it's inflationary. And so today I'm going to look at the group chairman of Budua. I think you have the muscle as a conglomerate owned by several states and as an institutional developer to put this on the front burner in your asset development. How can you provide properties for young people on a rent-to-own basis and on a mortgage basis? So, ladies and gentlemen, I promised that I was done and I am done. These are my thoughts on how real estate development can drive and accelerate economic development. There's not enough time to speak about so many things, capital formation and so many things. There is the untold story of the consequence of real estate development, which is maintenance. That's where the juice is, and facility management. Once you build, you can't build forever. There's a point where you stop. But real sustainable employment lies in the operation and the maintenance of the buildings. That's where all of the artisans that we have trained, all those skill workshops we do every year, we are investing people with skills. What are the jobs that we are giving to them?